What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with a major story. So it looked like we got some ground shaking, some movement coming out the WNBA pipeline. A reporter has pretty much let us know when to expect WNBA free agency. Now, one of the biggest talking points for this offseason has been, where is so-and-so players going to go? We can't even have free agency without having a CBA deal done. Now, Annie Constable of Front Office Sports just released a groundbreaking articles, guys. We're going up to New York for this one, and we're already here. So, with that being said,
the WNBA season just got thrown into absolute chaos, sending shockwaves through the entire league and putting Caitlin Clark's highly anticipated debut in serious jeopardy. Sources reveal a groundbreaking article confirming free agency is being pushed back to early March, a timeline so tight it threatens to derail the entire schedule. This isn't just about player movement, it's a desperate scramble to finalize a new collective bargaining agreement by early February.
Or got an additional 30-plus days to do free agency, right? Now, this article is coming out right here, man. And it stated, WNBA could be weeks away from delaying the season. So, we know them schedules came out, dog. Them schedules came out yesterday. Everybody got their schedules. Now, my personal opinion, I still don't believe it's going to be a lockout. I just cold-heartedly do not believe that. I believe that they're deal done, but I could be wrong. See, I'm afraid to admit, hey, y'all, I could be wrong. Now, with that,
this bombshell news stems from ongoing tense negotiations for a new CBA, with the current deal's extension having already expired without resolution. The Players Union submitted a proposal over a month ago, seeking a radical 30% share of the league's gross revenue and pushing for a jaw-dropping $10 million salary cap.
Is when the date's supposed to start. Now, I'm going to tell you, if free agency started in March, the season is not going to start May 8th. So that right there tells me ain't no ifs, ands, ain't no buts. The season ain't going to start in May. Because we still got to do free agency. Then we also got to remember there's a thing called training camp. Every team got to have training camp, bro, to prepare for the season. That's weight room, that's running up.
The proposed financial overhaul extends far beyond just the cap, with union demands including a supermax contract soaring to $249,000 and a minimum salary hitting $66,000. These figures, though previously reported, gain new
in 26 season. Now, as of Friday, right, the Players Union was still waiting on a response from the league to propose to the proposal that they sent over a month ago. Now, multiple sources told Front Office Sport that the proposal the union is seeking a 30% share of the league gross revenue and a salary cap around $10 million, man. Everybody keep reporting. We already know this part, bro. Like, all they doing is copying and pasting the same articles, bro, every couple of days, man. Now, the Supermax will go up to $249. The minimum was $66,000. That's all.
Imagine the ripple effect if the CBA isn't signed by February. Start. Free agency, typically a January affair, won't even begin until early March. This compressed schedule leaves a mere month for teams to navigate complex player negotiations, make critical signings, and finalize their
extension of the original 31 CBA deadline on January 9th, with no deal reached to no agreement to a third negotiation or third extension. Man, where the part at about free agency, bro? Because I'm tired of reading all the same stuff. All these articles be all the same stuff. Now, it's stated the union is proposing eliminating the destination, but the league has been unresponsive to the suggestion. Multiple sources believe the best case scenario for free agency will be early March. And if that ink dries, the new CBA could be.
But that's not the only headache. Compounding the chaos, the WNBA draft, scheduled for April 13th, looms large in the midst of this compressed timeline. If free agency only kicks off in March, teams will be scrambling to sign veteran players while simultaneously preparing to evaluate and draft college stars.
In free agency, squeeze in the expansion draft, squeeze in a lottery, and everybody's going to report back to training camp by April the 19th. That is the plan. That is the plan as of right now, if this deal gets signed by the beginning of February. Now, however, in the middle of free agency, front office will also be preparing for the 2026 WNBA draft, currently scheduled for when April 13th. So not only do they got to do the training camp plus free agency, they also got to get ready for these college young ladies coming out. Do I believe they got enough time?
Adding another layer of complexity, the league also needs to conduct an expansion draft, a process that traditionally requires significant planning and player analysis. Squeezing this crucial event into an already overcrowded March means an unprecedented logistical challenge. Each new team needs to build its roster from scratch, and without a clear free agency picture, their strategic decisions become even more precarious. This rapid-fire sequence of events, free agency, expansion draft, and the college draft, is a recipe for disarray, potentially leaving teams with incomplete or unbalanced rosters heading into training camp.
They got enough time to get this done. I don't think it's enough time on the clock. I ain't lying. Now, do I believe it's going to be a lockout? No, I don't believe it's going to be a lockout. But I also don't believe it's enough time on the clock for them to make that May 8th starting date. I think the season could be delayed 2 to 3 weeks if they sign by the beginning of February. I'm thinking 2 to 3 weeks delay. Because you don't ever want to do anything in a rush. You know, because when you rushing stuff don't.
The implications for training camp are equally dire. Teams are expected to report by April 19th, a mere 6 days after the WNBA draft. This leaves virtually no time for coaching staffs to integrate new draftees, for veterans to acclimate to new teammates, or for any meaningful team building to occur. Training camp is essential for establishing offense, defense, and overall team chemistry. Rushing this critical period guarantees a disjointed start to the season, with players potentially unfamiliar with their roles or even their teammates. The foundation for success is being severely compromised.
A disastrous start of the season, people not knowing where they're supposed to be, some of your favorite teams going to end up losing, the chemistry's not there. Everybody's forgetting all of that. You got new players waiting to get acquainted with their current players within 3 weeks. Then you got training camp. Then you got the draft. Then you got more new players coming in. I don't know. But the article goes on to say both sides have emphasized a commitment to the league's 30th season being played. Sources who familiar with the mentality.
The league officially intends for the 2024 season to tip off on May 8th, a date that now seems increasingly unrealistic given the current delays. If free agency starts in March and then an expansion draft, college draft, and training camp are all crammed into April, a May 8th start date becomes virtually impossible. There simply isn't enough time on the clock for teams to adequately prepare. Experts are already predicting a 2 to 3 week delay to the season start, pushing it well into late May, if not June. This potential delay isn't just a minor inconvenience. It could throw off broadcast schedules, impact player conditioning, and disrupt the overall flow of the WNBA calendar. A rush launch could lead to a disastrous start, with teams underperforming due to lack of preparation and chemistry. Players need proper time to get acquainted, build rapport, and execute complex systems. For an incoming generational talent like Caitlin Clark, starting her professional career in such a chaotic environment presents an unprecedented challenge, potentially hindering her immediate impact. Despite the looming deadlines and logistical nightmares, both sides, the players' union and the league, have publicly committed to ensuring the 2024 season is played. Owners have repeatedly stressed they have no interest in invoking a lockout, eager to capitalize on the league's surging popularity. Likewise, while the union authorized a strike in December, they clarified it was a measure of caution, not an indication of intent. This shared commitment offers a glimmer of hope that a deal will be struck, but the sheer complexity of the negotiations still threatens a smooth resolution. Yet the commitment to play does not erase the deep concerns about the timeline. The union has also proposed eliminating the destination clause, a rule that gives teams control over where a player can be traded. This proposed change adds another layer to the already dense CBA talks, potentially empowering players with more agency over their careers. Such a significant shift in player mobility would have profound implications for team building and player satisfaction, making the negotiations even more intricate and time-consuming as the clock ticks down. Amidst all this uncertainty, one thing is becoming strikingly clear about Caitlin Clark's future home. While no official announcement has been made, the league's scheduling patterns are signaling a very strong possibility. Sources indicate certain teams are being strategically positioned for maximum exposure, implying a potential connection to a high-profile incoming rookie. The subtle hints dropped through leaked schedules offer a compelling narrative about where the WNBA's next big star is truly headed, even before the draft balls begin to roll. Specifically, leaked schedule information points directly to the Indiana Fever. Insiders reveal that no one's playing more back-to-backs than the Fever. This aggressive scheduling, designed to maximize viewership and fan engagement, is a strong indicator that the league is preparing for a transcendent player to land in Indiana. Bliss. Why else would a team be targeted with such a demanding early-season slate unless they were expected to be a major draw? The pieces are falling into place, painting a compelling picture for Clark's future. The Fever's demanding schedule, particularly those challenging back-to-back games, suggest they are being set up to be a marquee attraction from day one. This isn't a coincidence. It's a calculated move by the league to spotlight a team expected to feature one of the most exciting rookies in WNBA history. The anticipation around Clark's professional debut is immense, and placing her on a team with an immediate national presence makes perfect business sense for the league. The strategic positioning speaks volumes about her likely destination. Further bolstering this theory, the Las Vegas Aces and New York Liberty, two of the league's most popular and successful teams, are also scheduled for extensive road trips at the season's outset. This strategy aims to bring the WNBA's biggest stars to more markets early on, capitalizing on unprecedented fan interest. While these teams already boast established talent, the combined impact of their road-heavy schedules, alongside the Fever's intense back-to-backs, paints a clear picture. The league is orchestrating a grand tour for its most marketable assets, including its future face. The first back-to-back of the season is set for the opening weekend, with the Los Angeles Sparks playing on May 10th. This early, high-visibility matchup further highlights the league's intent to hit the ground running with exciting basketball, despite the underlying CBA turmoil. Every early schedule detail, from intense road trips for top teams to demanding back-to-backs for the Fever, seems meticulously crafted to amplify fan engagement around specific franchises, and, by extension, the star players expected to join them. While the final ink on the CBA is still drying and the official draft order awaits, the WNBA's strategic scheduling offers a powerful, albeit indirect, revelation about Caitlin Clark's likely landing spot. The sheer number of demanding back-to-backs given to the Indiana Fever points to a team poised for a massive influx of star power and fan attention. It's the closest thing to a pre-draft announcement we've seen, strongly suggesting that Clark will don the Fever's uniform, ready to electrify Indianapolis. The urgency to finalize the CBA by early February cannot be overstated. Should the deadline pass without an agreement, the entire schedule, free agency, draft, training camp, and even the season's start will be thrown into even greater disarray. The cascading effects of further delays could lead to a less-than-ideal launch for the league's 2024 season, potentially impacting player morale and fan excitement. every passing day without a deal amplifies the pressure on both sides to find common ground before the entire process grinds to a halt. The current situation is a high-stakes gamble, with the future of the WNBA hanging in the balance. While a lockout seems unlikely due to both sides' stated commitment, the possibility of a rushed, chaotic start to the season remains a significant concern. This hurried timeline could lead to a disastrous beginning, with disjointed play, poor team chemistry, and a less-than-optimal environment for new players to thrive. The league needs to prioritize a smooth, well-prepared launch to truly capitalize on its unprecedented momentum. So, while official announcements are still pending, the WNBA has perhaps inadvertently revealed its hand. The chaotic free agency, the demanding CBA negotiations, and especially the telling schedule for the Indiana Fever all converge on one undeniable truth. Caitlin Clark is poised to become the cornerstone of the Fever franchise. The league's current challenges might delay her official debut, but they do little to obscure her destined path. The stage is being set, even if the curtain might rise a little later than expected, for a new era in Indianapolis.
The offense, defense that you're going to run.